Outdoor Makeover took the ordinary before and made it unbelievable. What we have resulted is just wonderful.
Well, I was just going on the way to work to Emory, and there was a sign at the corner of Claremont and Druid Hills that said, advertised their outdoor makeover. And I said, well, I'm just going to give them a call. So I wrote down the number and gave them a call. Originally, we had someone come out from another outdoor place who gave us an estimate of an incredible amount of money, so I was a little leery.
They gave us what they called the design, but their concept of the design was to level the trees and just basically flatten it back here, and we didn't like what they had talked about. I mean, they were going to completely eliminate the character of the back of the house.
Yeah, and charge us a fortune to do so.
I mean, how many places in Atlanta can you go where you have such green space between yourself and your neighbors? Very few places. We didn't want to lose that. We didn't want it leveled and just a big plot of grass back here. We were hoping for something that was more decorative than that.
One of the things that I was most impressed with was how quickly Omid came here and responded to my phone call, and was just so pleasant and polite, and my dog liked him, which was a good thing, and so that's what I was most impressed with. They were just very responsive to get here pretty quick, and at the time it's kind of like, when you make a decision, you want to get something done, you want to get it done, and you don't want to have to wait 3 weeks, and Omid was here the very next day, which I greatly appreciated.
We explained our ideas to them, what we wanted. When we mentioned to other groups that came in what we wanted, they said, we can't do that. There's no way you could do that. And yet here we are sitting here and it's been done. So the Outdoor Makeover was willing to work with our ideas and say, oh, we can accomplish that. In fact, we got one idea to make it even better. So they took our ideas and used that as a launching point to even improve it beyond that. It was green space, but it was totally random. A lot of ground cover that was not particularly pretty or usable. In fact, if you come out here, you would have disappeared for months.
It was like an overgrown forest. It truly was. There was like vines hanging from the trees, and what is that? Ivy just everywhere. And it just was like, one of the things that Bob wanted to do for the backyard was just to make it look like we did something on purpose.
I think the really nice thing is how it's tiered, and it matches the contour of the land. And we left, all the major trees in place, so we still have the beauty, because if you look around, they look like pillars back here. So you can almost picture yourself in, sort of in ancient Rome or Greece with the trees shooting up, and it just has such a great feel to it.
Well, I mean, it's very pleasant to come out in the backyard, and you're proud to come out and have people say, come out and sit on my porch, and we've had neighbors comment on how nice and welcoming it looks. And one of the things, my favorite parts, is this tiered patio right behind us here, because it wasn't in the original plan. That when they cleared off the dirt and we found a little piece of level land, I said, can we put like a little patio here? And they said, sure, we can do that. And so they did. And that's one of my favorite parts right there, just a little place where the little table and chairs are and the grill is. That's my favorite part.
One of the things I would like to speak about is their follow-up. People in Atlanta will recall that last fall we had some pretty heavy rains and some damage. And in fact, some of the work we had done back here washed out through no fault of Outdoor Makeover. And they came back and not only helped us with it, but they installed some drains to make sure that it will never happen again. And so, I mean, I wouldn't say we have flood-proofed the landscaping, but we've gone a long way to make sure that issues like that won't occur again. Outdoor Makeovers has taken us from the ordinary before to the unbelievable after.
And I absolutely agree with that.